You know, I think politics are pretty dumb, so I'm just gonna put all the first 22 presidents into, like, a death. Like, they're all gonna kill each other. Is that okay? I mean, it's the least political thing I could do. And, John Wilkes Booth and King George III are gonna be there, so that'll be fun. Here we go. I've done 2 of these before with these exact same people. Millard Fillmore won the first time, and then I repeated it again, but it was the exact same outcome, so I didn't want to show that. And let me make sure I'm still recording, and I am. Alright, as the tributes stand on their podiums, the horn sounds. James Monroe runs away from the cornucopia. King George III alright, so all these people are running away. James K. Polk keeps... Okay. James A. Garfield, Chester A. Arthur, and Millard Fillmore get into a fight. Chester A. Arthur triumphantly kills them both. Take that, Millard Fillmore. You're going to be the first to die this time. Okay? You suck. We hate you. And barely anyone knows who you are. So, take that. It's funny, because last time he was crying about his family the whole time. And I called him a bitch. But I don't get to call him that this time. Andrew Jackson kills Rutherford B. Hayes with a sickle. Wow, that's pretty sick. Haha, that was a good joke. Thomas Jefferson runs away from the cornucopia. George Washington grabs a backpack and retreats. William H. Harrison runs away from the cornucopia. Martin Van Buren runs away. James Madison and John Adams fight for a bag. James Madison gives up and retreats like a bitch. James Buchanan scares John Quincy Adams away from the cornucopia. Epic. Franklin Pierce takes a spear from inside the cornucopia. You know what's interesting? I wonder if we actually had all these people who would win, because this is completely random. Probably the person who would win is John Wilkes Booth, because he would be like, guys, I found this cool thing. He would discover what bombs are somehow, and he would just kill him. Probably. Franklin Pierce takes... Holy crap. Abraham Lincoln throws a knife into Grover Cleveland's chest. Of course. Alright. John Wilkes Booth finds a backpack full of camping equipment. Zachary Taylor clutches a first aid kit and runs away. Nice. Day 1 of the bloodbath. John Wilkes Booth camouflages himself in the bushes. Zachary Taylor travels to higher ground. Wait, I thought King George III died. Okay. James Madison tries to sleep through the entire day. King George III also does the same thing. Bunch of sleepers. They are. William H. Harrison makes a wooden spear. Andrew Johnson tries to spear a fish with a trident. Where are people getting tridents? I've never seen a trident in real life. I've only seen it in the movie Aquaman and, basically... Disney's Aquaman, Little Mermaid. Wait, do they own DC? I'm not sure if they own DC or not. I'm still recording. Good. Andrew Johnson tries to spear fish with... I think I read that. Pretty sure I read that. James K. Polk questions his sanity. He looks like the Joker. I'm just saying. So that would make sense. Martin Van Buren receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor. John Tyler tries to spear fish with a trident. Abraham Lincoln tries to sleep through the entire day. John Quincy Adams constructs a shack. That's interesting, because they didn't construct a shack till really late in the last one. Ulysses S. Grant questions his sanity. Andrew Jackson and George Washington hunt for other tributes. Yeah, I can totally see them teaming up. They both have white hair. They're both white. They both owned slaves at one point. But I think I just described, like, most of our first 16 presidents. Chester A. Arthur thinks about home. Oh my god. Stop thinking about home. Think about winning. That's the only way you can get through this. John Adams repeatedly stabs James Monroe to death with a sace. What the hell is a sace? I don't... Alright. Take that, James Monroe. You got killed. Oh my god. Thomas Jefferson tends to Franklin Pierce's wounds. He's a little kid, you know. You gotta help him out. James Buchanan attempts to climb a tree but falls to his death. That's a deserved death for James Buchanan. Alright. All these people are dead. Grover Cleveland, you did not do very well last time or this time. Neither did you or you. Millard Fillmore won, so... You know, whatever. Franklin Pierce receives an explosive from an unknown sponsor. Andrew Jackson sees a fire but stays hidden. Zachary Taylor receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. John Wilkes Booth goes to sleep. Thank you for updating us on him going to sleep. Very important. George Washington sets up camp for the night. Thomas Jefferson, Chester A. Arthur, and James K. Polk discuss the games and what might happen in the morning. King George III and John Quincy Adams huddle for warmth. How sweet. I'm pretty sure they hate each other, so... James Madison loses sight of where he is. You're in the Hunger Games. Wake up. John Adams sets up camp for the night. Okay. Abraham Lincoln thinks about home in his log cabin. Martin Van Buren and Andrew Johnson sleep in shifts. I don't see you guys ever teaming up. You know? Alright. John Tyler thinks about winning. My guy. You gotta think about winning. Ulysses S. Grant is unable to start a fire and sleeps without warmth. William H. Harrison questions his sanity. You'll all do that at some point. I've done it twice today, and you guys are doing it just once. So step it up. Question your sanity a little bit more. You might win a little bit more. You might kill a little bit more people. You might win the whole thing. James Madison and Chester A. Arthur split up to search for resources. Political resources. They gotta search for those electoral votes, you know. John Tyler goes hunting. Wow, that's fantastic. Ulysses S. Grant dies trying to escape the arena. Well, you know what? At least somebody is kind of nice. They don't want to kill anybody, so they just kill themselves accidentally. Abraham Lincoln stalks John Quincy Adams. Martin Van Buren sees smoke rising in the distance but decides not to investigate. Thomas Jefferson kills Andrew Jackson with a hatchet. William H. Harrison diverts Andrew Johnson's attention and runs away. Yeah, you gotta escape this guy. I mean, look at him. He's scary. Franklin Pierce makes a slingshot. John Wilkes Booth discovers a cave. Blah, 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 blah. Oh my gosh, you're practicing archery? Just get a gun. Ulysses S. Grant and Andrew Jackson. What? How many kills does everyone have? You guys have okay, Chester A. Arthur has 2. Abraham Lincoln has 1. I really want to see you kill you or you kill you. This has already happened. John Wilkes Booth killing Abraham Lincoln, but Abraham Lincoln has not killed John Wilkes Booth yet in the real world. Maybe in a separate timeline. John Tyler and Thomas Jefferson and George Washington sleep in shifts. Don't trust John Tyler. He's thinking about winning, okay? Very serious stuff. King George III passes out from exhaustion. Okay. I'm gonna sit like... Oh, God. Ow. Okay. You're unsuccessful in starting a fire, you old bastard. James K. Polk, That's my favorite president, too. Zachary Taylor and John Adams sleep in shifts. Franklin Pierce fends Abraham Lincoln, James Madison, and Chester A. Arthur away from his fire. Wow. How can you fend away Abraham Lincoln? He's already thrown knives at somebody to kill them. John Wilkes Booth receives an explosive from an unknown sponsor. John Quincy Adams and Andrew Johnson huddle for warmth. Gay! Alright. John Adams defeats John Quincy Adams in a fight, but spares his life. They're related, so that doesn't... What the hell, Abraham Lincoln? Why would you kill yourself? Gosh dang it. How many things would I have to run for him to win? Really wanted him to win. Whatever. I had bets on it. Now I'm going to lose a bunch of money. Thanks a lot. William H. Harrison overhears Zachary Taylor and John Tyler talking in the distance. Those last 2 names are very similar. Thomas Jefferson thinks about home. King George III hunts for other tributes. Martin Van Buren picks flowers. That is dumb. Stop picking flowers and find a weapon. Andrew Johnson searches for a water source. Unless they're poisonous flowers and he's going to poison somebody's food. Chester A. Arthur receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. Franklin Pierce explores the arena. John Wilkes Booth defeats James K. Polk in a fight, but spares his life. My ass, he would spare his life, okay? Whatever. James Madison dies from thirst. Thirsty for that ass. Alright. Can you imagine if presidents used to say that? Yeah, I'm thirsty for some ass right now. That's how I got elected. Gosh, frick you, Abraham Lincoln. Not really. I like him a lot. Fantastic guy. You should meet him someday. And James Madison. Those are two good presidents. No, I don't know about James Madison, but I know you are. You stopped slavery and stuff, right? That's, like, cool, I guess. Martin Van Buren tends to his wounds. Okay. Oh, yeah, by the way, Chester A. Arthur is a girl in this, somehow. John Adams and King George III hold hands? Are you kidding me? They hate each other. Dude, I knew they were gay. I knew it. Wait, if I make some of them females, does that make them seem like they're gay? Because I'm pretty sure I set everyone to a male except for Chester A. Arthur. John Wilkes attempts to start... Anyways, John Wilkes Booth attempts to start a fire, but is unsuccessful. Franklin Pierce receives clean water. Stop that. Zachary Taylor forces William H. Harrison to kill John Tyler or John Quincy Adams. He decides to kill John Tyler because that's a shorter name. James K. Polk begs for Andrew Johnson to kill him. He refuses, keeping James K. Polk alive. Chester A. Arthur receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. You need to kill James K. Polk. I don't trust him at all. I don't trust half these people. I maybe trust you. Zachary Taylor is ridiculous, okay? George Washington quietly hums. Thomas Jefferson loses sight of where he is. John Wilkes Booth is exploring the arena. John Adams constructs a shack. Make sure you don't lose your boyfriend. Oh my gosh. I freaking forgot to change King George III to a female. I mean, a male. He's not a female. John Adams constructs a shack. James K. Polk and William H. Harrison split up to search for resources. George Washington begs for King George III to kill him. Why would you want that, dude? What were you fighting for in the American Revolution? Huh? She refuses, keeping George Washington alive. I hope you don't cheat on John Adams. That would be really mean. I cannot believe King George III would do that. Awful. Martin Van Buren stalks John Quincy Adams like a boss. Chester A. Arthur, Franklin Pierce, and Zachary Taylor get into a fight. Chester A. Arthur triumphantly kills them both. Nice, dude. Eliminate Zachary Taylor. He literally cut through George Washington with a sword in one of them that I did, so he's got some skill. Thomas Jefferson sprains his ankle while running away from Andrew Johnson. John Tyler, Franklin Pierce, Zachary Taylor. Let's see everyone's status. You have 4 freaking kills, bro. Wow. That's nuts. King George III stays awake all night. George Washington passes out from exhaustion. I don't know if that means that they're dead or not. James K. Polk ambushes Thomas Jefferson and kills him. I told you to go for James K. Polk. No one listens to me. William H. Harrison severely injures Martin Van Buren and leaves him to die. Take that, little magician. That's his nickname, by the way. That's his nickname. I should probably hold my microphone closer. John Quincy Adams and Andrew Johnson hold hands. The match made in heaven, dude. John Adams is awoken by nightmares. Chester A. Arthur passes out from exhaustion. Cool. I guess you're just gonna do that. I can't stop people from passing out. John Wilkes Booth quietly hums, thinking about which president he should kill next. Or she, I don't even know. Andrew Johnson, William H. Harrison, and King George III confront each other, but grab what they want, slowly to avoid conflict. Oh wait, the cornucopia is replenished with supplies. George Washington decides not to. You're all deciding not to. Okay, someone to stop James K. Polk. He just killed the person who had the most kills. So, yeah, James K. Polk throws a knife into Chester A. Arthur's chest. George Washington, Andrew Johnson, William H. Harrison, and John Wilkes Booth raid James K. Polk's camp while he is hunting. John Adams attempts to climb a tree but falls to his death. John Quincy Adams tries to sleep through the entire day. King George III questions her sanity. Oh, man. Who has the most kills now that's alive? James K. Polk and William H. Harrison. I'm telling you, dude. You gotta go for not William Henry Harrison. Keep him alive. It'd be funny. Also, how in the frick have both of you stayed alive? You don't make sense. Andrew Johnson and James K. Polk hold hands. Okay. I said okay, not gay. I've said that before. George Washington loses sight of where he is. Okay. William H. Harrison defeats John Wilkes Booth in a fight, but spares his life. Why would you do that? You don't spare John Wilkes Booth. You go pop, pop, and you kill him. I don't even know if there are guns. I hope there are. John Quincy Adams thinks about home. Okay. King George III goes to sleep. Fantastic. You know what? Imagine if all these presidents had a Twitter, for this. That'd be nuts. John Quincy Adams receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor. William H. Harrison, John Wilkes Booth, and Andrew Johnson get into a fight. Andrew Johnson triumphantly kills them both. Nice. He is a bad president, by the way. But, so, you guys didn't really do anything. Well, you did something bad. Like, really bad. He's awful. I don't like John Wilkes Booth that much. And William H. Harrison didn't even get that much time to do anything, so it's kind of sad. George Washington, and that's about it. George Washington camouflages himself in the bushes. King George III's trap kills James K. Polk. Finally, someone killed the Joker. The arena's border begins to rapidly contract. Like that. George Washington trips on a tree root and is unable to recover fast enough. Thinking they could escape, John Quincy Adams and King George III attempt to run through the border together. 6 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Andrew Johnson? Whatever. Anyways, who had the most kills? I want to see that. Chester A. Arthur. Alright. Chester A. Arthur had the most kills, and everyone else had at most 2. Cannot believe freaking King George III. All these people who are actually presidents placed below these 2. I mean, it makes sense. You were the reason that probably presidents even existed. You're the reason that he died. Not initially, but, in real life. And that's, I guess that's gonna do it. Tune in next time where we have Donald Trump fight Obama for the House. I should have the Senate and the House of Representatives in the next one. That'd be funny. Alright, that's going to be in the next one. Bye!